Hey peeps, it's Elyse and you are watching Elyse.
Okay, so for this next slime, I think this is one of the most pretty slimes I've made. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a really light, but it has a little bit of a dark pink to it. The only reason why I don't like this, and I'm not going to do most of the categories, is because it's very sticky. So I'm going to do the satisfaction just by looking at it. I'm going to say it's a 9 because it's very, very pretty and it's really runny, so like it's really cool to do that. Jiggle, I'm not going to do it. Then texture, from just feeling it, it's kind of slimy, like it's actual like really slimy slime. And then the stretchiness, I'm not going to do. For this next slime, I have a cottage cheese container, just because I like reusing containers that we already have. Okay, this is like the coolest slime because I don't know if they can tell. Can they tell? I don't know. But this has legit foam on the top. Then when you like move your finger, it looks like a spider web. And this one also has a really sticky slime. See, it's already really sticking to my finger. That's why I'm not going to do all of the categories either. Satisfaction, especially like if you leave it with the lid on overnight, it's like a 20. It's so cool. Then the jiggle, I'm not going to test. The texture, from what I felt, sticky. And the stretchiness, I haven't really tested. Okay, so the next two slimes are going to be very cool, especially this one, because I'm using a straw for it. Why a straw? You'll see. And just this Tupperware itself is very satisfying to open for some reason. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the straw in it, and then I'm going to take the top of it and blow in it. Did you see that? It made a bubble over it. I'm going to do it one more time so you can see it really cool. So, the satisfaction, especially from using the straw, is a 10. Even the Tupperware is a 10. I don't know why, but it just is. The jiggle I'm not going to try since it is a very sticky slime. I don't know why I have so many sticky slimes, but I do. Texture, gooey. And then stretchiness, I'm just going to use it with the straw. 100. It's very, very stretchy. For this next one, I said I'm going to use the straw again, and I am probably going to try it because this one is kind of the same texture. So let's open it up. This one I actually traded, not with the same person, but a different person, this slime. And she didn't make it, she bought it somewhere, but I still think it's really cool. But it's very sticky, so I'm not gonna touch it right now. But it's very lime green. Okay, let's try it again. This is actually an experiment for me too, because I have never tried this with the straw. Did you see that? It was like transparent. That is so cool. That is cool. So, for the satisfaction, since the bubble was so transparent, I think it is even more than a 10, but since 10 is the highest score, 10. The jiggle I'm not going to try since it's so sticky. The texture, I've already felt it before, and it's like really gooey again. And then the stretchiness, let's try it with the straw. Very, very stretchy. For this next two slimes, and I think they're going to be my last two slimes, they are store-bought slimes. So, let's see the first one. This one is Mars Mud. Me and my sister got it together, but we were kind of disappointed after we opened it, and you'll figure out why. So first, the container, I'm just going to shout it out. It was really cool because we were struggling to open it, but the way I found easiest is if you pull up the tab and then pull up with your nails and it comes right off. And what I think is cool to do is set it in and then it looks really cool. So first, let's get it out. So here is the putty itself, and I'm just going to put it right here. This is Mars Mud, and it looks really cool. I have a little bit of green on my finger, but that's okay. It looks really cool, but you'll figure out in just a few seconds why it's not really cool at the same time. So, the Satisfaction, the color is so cool. It's a metallic-y, reddish pink, and it has a little bit of an orange tint to it. And then the jiggle, I'm pretty sure it's going to be jiggly, but I don't know. Okay, it's not jiggly, but it's very bouncy. Now for the stretchiness. That's the disappointment. You can't even stretch it. But what I think is really cool is look inside of it. It looks like red applesauce. I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but my eyes, it looks like applesauce. This one is the coolest and most highly recommended to buy. This is Crazy Aaron's Thinking Putty. I highly, highly, highly recommend to buy it. It's really and totally worth the money from. You can get it off of Amazon, and we got it from our local toy store. Okay, so you can get this in a whole bunch of different colors and different sizes. I got mine at the Glacier one, and it came with a black light, and it changes colors. It's so cool. So let's open it up. And by the way, mine is Mystical Glacier. What is it? Mystical Glacier. So let's get it out. Oh, and I also put this on the back of it. So, the Satisfaction is a 10 or above because it got a little bit dirty from the years I've had it, but if you look close enough, it has like blue but mostly green glitter in it. Okay, so the Satisfaction is 10 or above. Now, we're going to do a jiggle. This is bouncy. It's almost like a bouncy ball. It's so bouncy. It fell on the floor because that's how bouncy it is. But, yeah. Now, the texture is so cool. Especially if you press your hand like that. Now, feel it. It feels so cool. It almost feels like touching your own skin. But it's not that weird. It actually feels really good. Okay, the stretchiness. Okay, let's just say this. I'm going to show you it. It actually does break, but when it actually stretches, it's really, really stretchy. So watch. it doesn't like break, it just kind of like goes into a tiny string and then it breaks. But I love, love, love this. So I did the overall rating on all the factors. So I'm going to read it and then I'm going to show you it. So the satisfaction is 8+. So most of the time it was either 8, 9, 10, or I even thought some of it was more, but I'm going to show you this after I'm done reading it. The jiggle was 3 to 5, but one of them was 10, but the majority was 3 to 5. But most of them are bouncy, so I don't know if that's, yeah. The texture was 5 to 8, and then the stretchiness was 5 to 10. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below what is your guys' favorite slime to make or to play with. And what of my slimes was your favorite to watch. Bye! Comment down below. Well, I need to smile like that. So this next one is probably one of my coolest and most satisfying slimes. So let's open it up. It is very, very black. This one's my sister's. And it's very, very sticky. So the reason why the lid is off is, I don't think I should